Hey guys, I just want to say a few quick points about what we had talked about earlier with unschooling and self-directed learning in states that have really strict paperwork and strict rules around what the expectations and requirements are throughout the year for students. So I'm in Pennsylvania, which is notoriously one of the worst. I'm going to say worst because we are largely self-directed. It's one of the most difficult states to unschool or be self-directed in your education process in. I have worked through a lot of it, and I'm going to share that on the page. Definitely, I think I'm gonna make a whole resource page just for that. That you can apply the specific state that you live in if you are working in an unschooling capacity or a self-directed capacity. Or even if you just struggle with doing the paperwork and it's super annoying, these things would probably help you. But I want to say three things quickly. I think when I first moved to PA, I moved from New Jersey, where there really are no requirements. You can write a note, you pull your kid out of school, and happy day. Like, that's it. You don't have to check in, you don't have to do portfolio, nothing like that. So it's really kind of a dream for unschoolers. And then we moved to PA, and it was like, I thought, I don't know how to do this. Like, I immediately thought, I have to look for a curriculum. So I started looking for a curriculum, and I just really didn't like anything. I don't like a box curriculum. Now, this isn't to say that I don't use curriculum at all, because I do pick bits and pieces from things as my kids get into different interests. I pick from different curriculum and use those things along with books. I use people's book lists. I use part of different programs. I do all that stuff, but I don't use the box curriculum. And I don't really believe in grades. I think grades are erroneous. I think they're just like these abstract numbers that we attach to things, and so I don't grade my kids. I don't in any way believe that you have to do school for a certain amount of hours every day, and that, I think you're literally learning all day long. As a human person, you're just learning all day long. So to say I have to do school for 180 hours every school year it's just hard for me to wrap my head around. So in order to do that, I jumped right to curriculum, and then it started to make me just really feel upset and not happy because I wasn't sticking to my why. And this is one of the three things I think, if you live in a state that's particularly difficult to homeschool in, to unschool in, or to support self-directed education in, is to remember these three things. I think when you homeschool, you have to know your why. It's such a big undertaking. It's also wonderful, but it's a lot to do. So you have to remember your why. Always remember your why. And then I think you also have to have, the confidence in your why, and be confident that your why is valid and that you are doing this for a very specific reason, and be confident in that. There will always be systems and people who will try to shake that confidence and make you not feel secure in your why. And the third thing you need is conviction. You have to have a conviction to carry out your why. And you have to have a conviction and be assured in your confidence that you can carry out this why. When you do those three things, you can homeschool, unschool, self-direct, Charlotte Mason. Did I say Charlotte Mason? I can't talk right now. You can unschool in any way that you want to. So you need to have those things. You need to have a why, a very strong why. You have to be confident in your why, and you have to have a conviction to carry through on your why in everything you do. So when you're doing that, when I went straight to curriculum, I lost my why, because one of my biggest whys is that I want my kids to be able to be raised as free thinkers and to self-direct their education. If I'm using a very strict box curriculum, that's not what I'm doing. So my why is out the window. So is my confidence that I'm even doing the right thing, because I've lost my why. And I have no conviction because I don't even know what I'm upholding. So it just turns into a big muddy mess. So it's really better to just kind of sit down with these resources, look at what you're working with, and just figure out a way to plug in the numbers to keep the man happy. It's very possible. I've been doing it since the summer. I started doing it as practice. The kids didn't even realize they were in school time yet, but they started a little bit early so I could start to practice it. With, as far as recording, we have to keep a book list. When you see the Pennsylvania requirements, you'll see that they are pretty laborious compared to other states. So I'm gonna, over the next couple days, add some resources in, and some legal resources, as well as some information on how you can stay within your requirement guidelines but still stay true to your why, and keep your why, and keep your confidence, and keep your conviction, and be able to educate your kids in the way that you really want to. Okay, I will be adding that stuff to the group, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, have a great night. Bye.